Man, things go to head between Andre and Lucius, and man, was it an explosive scene. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and welcome to KRS TV. And this is my review for Empire Season 4, Episode 11, and the name of this episode is Without Apology. Yo, this was a damn good episode, so let me begin. The episode begins with Lucius having this bad dream, and when he comes to it, he realizes that everything about that whole night in Vegas isn't adding up with him. There's some missing piece somewhere as to who was behind the explosion. He gets Thurston to look into finding out what's going on as far as you know, everything that happened in Vegas. He wants all the information, and then he also wants the family statement that Andre gave. So he's already kind of on a hinge that something ain't right with Andre, and the dots are starting to the dots are beginning to connect with each other. So then we see that that Lucius and Cookie, you know, Lucius is now, taking back over the reins of Empire, but Cookie is still there. She even told Portia that, yeah, his face is on the letterhead, but I still run this bitch. So I'm like, Cookie's still on her bullshit. So what's going on in this episode is that they're trying to arrange this deal with this guy named Kelly Patel, who's like this big high-tech guy. And they're trying to, I think, sell Empire Extreme to him. They're really, trying to cover their dots and trying to make sure that everything is perfect for this guy, because them doing this deal with Kelly Patel could actually take Empire Extreme to the next level. I mean, and also their streaming services, this is a big break for Empire, as it seems. We also see in this episode that Eddie, we're starting to see a different side of Eddie. We see that Eddie is working with Tiana, and he has his ex-wife Giselle as her quote-unquote stylist. And we see that damn Giselle and Eddie, they are a messy ass match, because both of them, you can just tell that Giselle is all about money, and Eddie just kind of has this, big daddy pimp type of way about him. Because we see later, because like Giselle kind of peeped that Eddie got a thing for Tiana, and she was saying, so what's going on? You're gonna make her number 4? And he was like, oh, it's nothing like that. But then the funny thing about it, we see Tiana make out with Hakeem, and Eddie gets in his damn feelings. So later on, he tells Tiana, oh, that crap with you and Hakeem, you need to cut that shit out, because you need to focus on your career, and the only man you should be looking at is the one that's sitting right in front of you. I'm like, Eddie, you on like some straight like pedophile tease, bro. Like, you old enough to be her granddaddy, nigga, and you trying to get at her? Like, it just goes to show that, yeah, we're starting to see this real possessive, manipulative type of side to Eddie, because even when we first saw Eddie, I can't even say I didn't fully trust Eddie, but it's like now we're starting to see, now that he got robbed by his friends, he's now about to rob his friend, which is Lucius and the family. So it's just like, man, Eddie's a dirty motherfucker, and in this episode we clearly saw that. Another kicker in this whole situation, because you got, Eddie, doing all this stuff with Tiana, and then also Eddie is working along with Kelly Patel in trying to get this deal signed, with Empire for Empire Extreme, not knowing that motherfucker Eddie is in on the deal with Kelly Patel, and the whole deal is that he's actually buying Empire right from under them. So it's like, shit's crazy. But the thing is, here it is, Cookie is like also on, she's pretty much on damage control and everything. She says that, look, there's no bullshit that needs to come out about Empire, so we can get this deal signed with Kelly Patel and we can take Empire Extreme to the next level. But little do you know, we get a situation, and it involves a past group, you know, that used to be on Empire called TBD. 3 black divas. And it's also the names of the girls, Tasha, Brooke, and Denise. And Brooke is played by the incomparable Tisha Campbell. I have been a fan of Tisha Campbell ever since, you know, way before Martin. You know, I mean, I loved her in School Days, Little Shop of Horrors. You know, what's the name of that other show that she was on? It was a short-lived show, Rags to Riches. Loved her in that as well. I mean, so I've been following Tisha Campbell my whole life, and Tisha Campbell is a phenomenal talent. And it was great seeing her play this role because Brooke, out of the 3 girls, is the most outspoken and got the biggest diva attitude. But these 3 bitches barely got a pot to piss in, because the next thing you know, we see them doing an interview where they're taking jabs at Cookie and Lucius and saying that we were the original artists and Lucius never put out our album. He did us dirty, but that's okay because we got a new deal on the table. We got a new album coming out, and we're going to do an interview exposing everybody to how shady Empire is. So immediately Cookie's like, damage control. So Cookie goes and finds these 3 women. These bitches are performing at this rundown mall. People throwing popcorn on the stage, spilling soda on them. One girl actually unplugs the amp to charge her cell phone. Like, they are literally at the bottom. Even Becky was throwing shade like, wow, not only is the music outdated, but so is the outfits and so was the audience. I'm like, damn. I'm like, Becky had me rolling because Becky was just looking like, the way these bitches were talking, I thought that they would be doing something far more upscale than this. But the one thing they did notice about the girls is that they still had their voices, that they still sound good together. Even out of all this craziness, their voices still reign supreme. And Cookie noticed that. So Cookie approaches them and lets them know that, look, you know, we want to bury the bad blood. You know, I know you guys really want to be back on Empire and really get the deal that you definitely deserve, because the deal that I'm offering you now is far better than the deal that you got before. But the thing is, if you do the deal with us, you can't do the interview. That new deal you got with that label, throw that to the wind and come join with Empire, and, you know, we'll make things right. But then Brooke was like, oh, no, I have a proposition of my own. We want an apology from Lucius. If we get that, then you got a deal. So Cookie sets it up for them to meet Lucius, and these damn broads are hood boots. They just eating up all the food, the cupcakes, and they were just doing the most. And Lucius comes in there with 3 presents, and they were chalices in each one, and he pretty much sits down with them, and he was saying that, look, I know there was a lot of bad blood between us. I know things didn't work out the way that they should have. And if you guys felt that I did you wrong, I'm sorry you felt that way, but this is a new day and let's just do things differently. Oh, Brooke wasn't having it. Brooke was like, oh, no. What about the fact that you shelved our album when Cookie was in jail? We were the ones holding you down. We were the ones who was keeping the lights on in this bitch. Cookie was nowhere to be found. While she was rolling around in prison, we was down here holding you down. And on top of it, you the one who told us to fire Tasha because she was fat. And then what about those moments when you didn't have nobody and you needed a little company? So I'm like, damn, he done boned all 3 of their asses. But then like Lucius just went in. He was like, let's be real, y'all. You bitches ain't shit. Ain't nobody checking for y'all. Y'all has-beens. Your time has passed. Y'all just need to kind of just suck it up and get over it. Look, you had a shot and you ain't take it. Too damn bad. So they get mad and they leave and everything, but before they leave out, I think it was Tasha that he called, and Lucius was like, Tasha, time has been very favorable to you. And then all of a sudden Brooke was like, and he was like, not you. I was like, Lucius, you asshole. I laughed my ass off. That shit was funny. Also, another thing that Eddie's shady ass did was that Tiana was supposed to be performing with Jamal at the showcase. He talks Jamal out of performing due to his current situation involving, you know, the fact that he just recently killed Angela. Well, it was self-defense. But he's saying with all the backlash and all that, you should kind of take a back seat. You got a lot going on right now, and maybe you coming out right now is a little too soon after what happened. So Jamal, thinking he's talking to Uncle Eddie, decides not to do the showcase. Also, we also notice in this episode too that Hakeem proposes to Tiana. Tiana turns him down. Well, nicely. She says she has to think about it. She has her career and everything to worry about, and she can't be distracted. So we see that Eddie's words have already penetrated in her, and now she's coming on something different. And Hakeem is like, yeah, definitely Hakeem is noticing that, yeah, shit ain't, you know, earlier we were just kissing and rolling around with each other. And if anything, I'm kind of shocked that they were back together, because we know this is the last time we saw them. He was like cussing her out at court, calling her a weak ass bitch and all this shit. So we saw all that go on. What ends up happening after that, we see that TBD, they come back to Empire, but they come back with the label head that they're about to sign with, because, you know, and Brooke is still talking big shit in this meeting, and even Cookie was like, you know what, girl, for somebody who ain't got a pot to piss in, you sure got a lot of damn mouth. Like, what's up? And then we saw one of the girls was like taking some lollipops. She's like, bitch, this ain't the damn dental office. Put them damn lollipops back. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, damn. Act like you ain't never been nowhere before. They just ghetto boots. Like, she literally grabbed a handful of lollipops and was about to put them in her purse, and Cookie clocked her. So they sitting there talking. They got the label head there. You know, Brooke feeling herself, saying that, yeah, y'all didn't want to give us a deal. Y'all didn't want to give us any shine. But now we got this deal with this new label. We coming out with that diss track. And we doing the interview. And we shutting y'all down. Lucius decides to blow the whistle and lets them know that, well, what actually happened is that, yeah, you are signed to him. I just bought his label, so now you all, and every catalog that he has owned, is now a part of Empire. And you literally can see their faces drop. Like Lucius, because we see that earlier, Cookie was mad as hell at Lucius because he had pissed them off. And she was saying that, look, I told you to do one simple fucking thing, and here it is. You done alienated them more. It's like, you're just, you know, it's like, what the hell? It's like, why the hell can you just get along with them and just make this right so we can get this deal going? But no, you just had to blow your damn head off. But Lucius like, nah, you know, I have run this company for years, so what makes you think I can't run it, Cookie? And besides, we're gonna do this the old Empire way. And I remember the old Empire way was divide and conquer, because that's exactly what he did with their asses. He literally bought the label that they signed under, got their whole catalog, and lets them know, you will not be performing at a mall, a 7-Eleven, not even at a fucking porta potty, unless Empire says so. And as of right now, that interview you guys were gonna do, that's scrapped. If you do it, we'll sue the pants off your asses. So that's scrapped. You know, Cookie's like, yes, and now that you're on the label, this is what you're gonna do. You're about to head your asses over to the damn studio, because you guys need to rehearse, because you're gonna be performing on the showcase. And if you're good, we may put you on the 2020 album. So pretty much Lucius like, okay, y'all can go. But he's like, but wait a minute. Before you leave, all three of you apologize to Cookie, because without Cookie, there is no Empire. And I was like, that's exactly right, Lucius. Give Cookie her props, because Cookie planted the seed as to what has made Empire what it is. So I was glad that he humbled them bitches. It's like, heel bitch, apologize to Cookie, because y'all was talking big shit about Cookie, that Cookie won shit, but it was Cookie's sacrifice that made Empire what it is. And you just see their three asses like, I'm sorry. She's like, apology accepted. Now take y'all asses to rehearsal. I'm like, there you go, Cookie. They do the showcase. TBD got a major makeover. They sounded good. Old girl had them glittery sneakers and was doing her thing. Okay, TBD. Y'all got a new fan base, so that's what's up. And then we see Andre throughout this whole episode also, because we saw in the last episode where he woke up and he says, I gotta tell him. So throughout the episode, we see that he, you know, goes to talk to the priest. You know, the priest that he talked to in season 2, you know, he went back to the priest and he was saying that, look, I need to make a confession. And he was saying that, you know, and of course the priest was like, won't you make a confession? And he's like, you know, I can't, you know, really confess it out loud. But he pretty much tells him that, look, what you need to do is that you need to confess it to God or yet confess to the person that you hurt. That is the only way you can become whole again. And Andre was like, I don't even know if I deserve to be whole again. Because he really feels, really bad, now that he realizes that after all of this, you damn near not only just killed, you damn near killed your father, but you also killed your mother as well. You almost killed your mother too. All of that is really starting to eat away at Andre, because later we see that they have like this little get together for Andre, because Andre just got released out of the hospital. Throughout the dinner, we can see that there's a lot of tension between Lucius and Andre. We also see there's issues going on with Jamal and Hakeem too. Jamal, for the fact that he didn't perform in the showcase, and Lucius like, well, didn't nobody tell you to sit down out of that? You chose to do that yourself. Not knowing it was Eddie who planted that shit in his head as to why he didn't perform. Then Hakeem dealing with Tiana, why she, she didn't, she said she had to think about it. And Cookie told him the truth, that's a nice way of her saying no. But she says, I still want the best for you, baby, but maybe right now that just ain't it. Lucius tells Andre that, look, the offer still stands about you being the head of Empire and everything. And I really want to, let you know that, once you get back on your feet, that the offer that we gave you in Vegas still stands. And then all of a sudden, you can tell that Andre was feeling uncomfortable. And Andre tells him, I want to speak with you in private. Andre and Lucius go in the room to talk. And Lucius reveals that, I thought about that night over and over and over again. Now, I know Juliana is a crazy bitch. But she ain't about that kind of life. Yeah, she a killer, but she ain't that kind of killer. That type of explosion had to be somebody high-tech, and only someone with real connections could have pulled that off. And then that's when Andre chose to confess that it was him that set the bomb. And he was saying that here was, I'm thinking, did I save your life because you're my father? Or did I save your life because you gave me the Empire? So Lucius is like literally like completely blown away that Andre has confessed that he tried to have him killed. Then Andre goes and gets the gun, and I'm thinking, okay, Andre, what the fuck you about to do now? But what he does is that he gives the gun to Lucius and tells him that, look, I made my peace with this. Do what you gotta do, Dad. I've made my peace with it. And the next thing you know, we just looked at Lucius, and Lucius just flips the fuck out and begins to pistol whip the shit out of Andre. And he literally, is going crazy out of his mind like, he did it, he did it, he did it, he did it. I'm like, oh shit. So then afterwards, we see that, Cookie and the boys come in and they break them up. The brothers take Andre in the room and they talk to him, and they all said that, man, we all thought about killing Lucius. I mean, pretty much, Jamal was like, yeah, he put me in a damn trash can, marry a woman I didn't love just because he couldn't accept the fact that I was gay. Like, I thought about killing Lucius like for years, but I never did it because it's the golden rule. You don't kill your father. So both Hakeem and Jamal are kind of like, nah, we ain't fucking with you with this shit, Dre. Like, Dre, you really crossed the line with this one. Come on, y'all. Don't act like Lucius haven't done shit to really make you wanna. I mean, let's not pretend that Lucius hasn't done shit that makes somebody want to kill him. Yeah, it's fucked up that Andre did it, but come on, y'all. Y'all all thought about it your damn selves. But it was like they completely just turned on Andre's ass. It was like Andre was public enemy number one. And then we see that Cookie and Lucius have a moment. Cookie's trying to calm him down. And we saw throughout the episode that Cookie's been feeling kind of woozy, kind of light on her feet. Like, she's obviously overworking. And it's starting to take a toll on her. And every time she would have a moment, Lucius was like attentive. But she was like, I'm cool, I'm fine. But then, after this really shook Cookie up. Because she's like, oh my God. It's not him. He's sick, Lucius. He's sick. And he's like, yeah, I know. That's why I didn't kill him. But she's like, but he's sick bad, baby. And they're going back and forth. And the next thing you know, we see Cookie start shaking, and she can't catch her breath. And then she pretty much saying that her arm is numb. And I'm like, oh shit, Cookie's having a heart attack. Lucius goes to call 911 and everything. And I'm like, damn. You know, I think that situation involving Andre, I think really hit her to her core. That she just couldn't take that. But yeah, that's what I got, y'all. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow me on all of my social platforms. I have them all listed in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I'll be back with the next episode of Empire. So until then, everybody, take care.